Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
All right, man. First game in this new league. Let's see how it's going to go.
The Gators will kick it away to start. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line.
All right, let's see.
A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete.
Shit, good job knocking it out.
A hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time? SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Getting some heat. And it's loose.
Oh, he fumbled. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball
yeah. Okay.
That's an odd-shaped ball.
Good shit.
Bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Oh, he gonna challenge it. I mean, might as well. I think he fumbled, but we're gonna see. Yeah, he fumbled.
The
Okay.
coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The run to the left. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets down
6 yards
31.
or 4 yards.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He wants to throw here on second down. Pressure coming. He's going to take off.
Good shit, boy. Good shit.
He's got enough to move the sticks.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket,
Gotta learn these niggas' names.
making the play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Toss to the left. That one.
Of course you didn't want to block, Brad. Of course you didn't want to block.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive, if he's
unleashes one deep.
Yes, sir.
He snares
Touchdown.
in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And he's going to run it back. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out in the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this.
Yo, what's up, Roscoe?
Here, that's all that's important. You got to execute.
Yes, sir.
You got to lock in.
On second down, he'll let it fly.
There you go. Get back there. Yes, sir.
He is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
You know, this defense is really tricky, and they show the ability to zone blitz time and time again. These running backs in pass protection, they've got to be great with their scan protection. Just because one guy isn't coming who you initially think might be blitzing, you really got to do a better job surveying the field because that zone blitzer might be coming from a different side of the field that you weren't anticipating.
Going deep.
Oh, what a throw, bruh. Wow. Here, let me switch to the right person. I would have caught that bitch, but that's a good-ass throw. It's a good-ass throw.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to
go with that bullshit. Okay. All right. Hold on.
That is exactly what you're
There you
looking
go.
for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the gun,
Yep.
running back gets
There you go. Good shit.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Alabama quickly back to the line. On second down, just keeps firing.
Good shit.
Oh, it goes right through his
There you go.
hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Slips a tackle.
Oh my, bro, get up out of here. Oh my God.
Touchdown Tide.
It's a phenomenal effort on third down by the QB, but how about
That's
the
not happening
blocking?
again.
That play broke down. Look at the receivers running
Maybe
around.
run right past him, bro.
They went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You gotta love them.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
Okay, it's all good. Growing pains.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ramsey. He stopped short of the
Yeah, I'm gonna get the dub, bro.
and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense.
Oh,
Jesse
he's a block.
looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance.
Should've got more
You
yards
wanna
than
be
that.
able to
It's all
keep
good.
this defense guessing, Tom.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Going to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout.
No, he didn't drop that, bro.
Completed. Defenders all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Can't be dropping stuff, man.
Send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start
this nigga
the
fucking
drive.
do that bullshit he did last drive.
Line gets set, 1st down. Give to the running back.
Yep.
And after the tackle, we are
Good
headed
shit.
to the end of the 1st quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quick completion to the right.
Bro, get the fuck.
Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a
It's the only way he can gain yards too with that bullshit.
They want to get this defense on its
His 2
heels.
biggest plays is on that.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special.
Oh, look at that, bro. Look at that. That's. Come on, bro.
Bringing it back.
He better not catch him. I'm about to say, bro, how a quarterback faster than a corner, bro? If you don't get your fucking...
Defense coming up with points of their
Jesus
own.
Christ.
What an
This
interception
nigga.
return. The DB saw
His quarterback must be fast as hell if he caught up to him.
Don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this.
That's crazy.
Wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
You okay back there? Is it good? Yeah, it's good. Okay. If you want to keep running that shit, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense.
And he's running in the open. Inside the 30. He's up to 55 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
And a big run for this offense. I'll tell you what, first game, first half, you want to create as many explosive runs, make the offense as easy as possible to start the season, and that will do it. Nice explosive play by this offense.
Timeout called by the
gonna
defense is
keep
their first
fucking-
of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the gun. Give on the inside. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third down, going up top. Looking to scramble. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ramsey.
Yep.
He only needs a slip.
Take off, bro. Take off, bro.
Oh,
take off, bro.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Florida.
Let's get a fucking stop on defense, man.
Of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.
He gonna keep doing that shit too, bro.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays.
Let's start putting a spy on that nigga, bro. I see he gonna do that shit all game.
The identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's got it on the right.
Yep, stopping that.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
Finds a man on the left.
Fuck, if he would have let me switch to a linebacker, I would have had it, bro, because I was there with Big Boy. Maybe switch to Big Boy and not a linebacker.
This week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Really good-looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander.
Yep, there you go.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And the defense gets a huge play.
Good shit, boy.
They've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Feeling some heat.
Yep, you can't scramble no more, big dog. Yeah.
And there he goes down again. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
No, he didn't catch that shit, bro. Oh, my fucking God.
Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down.
Just bailed that nigga out, bro.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off? We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. This drive facing a little adversity now. A 10-yard loss leaves them with 2nd and 20. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him.
Bro, this shit. How fast is this fucking quarterback, bro? God damn. Bailing him out every fucking drive.
I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll bring it out. It's Ramsey.
Not again. Not again.
He's on the loose.
My offense ain't gonna get the fucking play.
He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
Let's get a fucking stop, bro, before y'all piss me off.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback.
Yep, Spy. Oh! Yep. Spy got that ass.
And the
Come on.
quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that...
Good run.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Gators will try to punch it in on first and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Soften him up with a run. Now to throw.
Oh no, you didn't drop that, bro. Oh, y'all about to disappoint me, nigga. Y'all about to fucking disappoint me, bro.
Timing has to be so good as a quarterback because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Nigga going double mug.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone.
What the fuck? Oh my God. What are y'all doing to me right now?
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone?
What are y'all doing to me right now, bro?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays
I should have 35 points right now, bro.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
That's terrible, bro. That's terrible, man.
Before they head to the locker room. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They're lining up to boot it away. Set to advance on the football. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Offense getting set for first down. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag.
Illegal. How you get downfield that fast, bro? Y'all. Oh man, y'all gonna be running sprints in practice, bro. Oh my God. That was half a second, my nigga.
The offense set for a first down play. On the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up.
See, that nigga been watching film, but it's not enough.
Make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. On second down, looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Y'all irking me, bro.
To have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Connors. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense
Weak ass nigga going double mug and shit.
Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to throw.
Weak as hell, bro.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell gets off the football really fast, gets in the
Weak as hell going double mug. It's all
before
good.
he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He's looking for a man on second down. Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Line is set on third down.
Bro, I'm right beside you, bro. Pass block. Oh, my God.
From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down. As
The only reason to even end this shit is because I'm on the road, bro.
Down is coming up. The Gators will call on
The only reason.
team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running.
Give me that shit, bro. Fuck wrong with you.
Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And again, that's the cardinal sin, playing the quarterback position, rolling out to the left as a righty and then trying to throw it back into the middle
pick.
of the field. You're just making it too easy on the defense.
Weak ass nigga. Double mug. Weak ass nigga.
Just not a good decision.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Running to the left. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking to move it through the air.
Damn, that's a touchdown.
Out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Relentless, tough running, gets it down.
Bless you, baby.
Let him bust for a long
You're welcome.
Now, third down becomes very manageable.
You're welcome.
Not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short.
Yeah, good shit. Good job breaking that sack. Hell yeah.
Touchdown, Florida! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
That weak ass double mug ain't gonna work on me, bro.
They now have a
Not gonna work on me.
Lead at 17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Arguably the game of the week, fellas, with two top 25 teams locking horns. Clemson has just had no answer to the onslaught they've faced so far today. Almost feels like instead of touching Howard's Rock, that sucker was dropped on top of them. They're trailing by 17 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some.
Get the fuck up out of here.
His third pick of the
Come
day.
on, bro.
Has to be spinning.
3 picks?
2 drives.
All to the same nigga? Come on, bro. Good shit.
I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious. Keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That shit is weak. That shit is weak. That shit is weak.
Trying to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
He finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short.
That shit is weak.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. On target. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Gators looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella.
What?
Not get there.
What?
Down, stop.
I ain't worried about it.
They'll start the drive here with first
This is
down
weak.
to open this period. He's going to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Bro, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck?
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I need speed on my back end, obviously. It's okay. I ain't here to this team. Still get this dub, though.
On first down. Floating away. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection.
Good coverage, bro. Good coverage.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Try to get it on the
Oh my God, how did he squeeze through there, bro?
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Precision blocking up front.
Second run.
The open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return.
Let me guess. Double mug? Let me guess. Double mug? Oh, wow. I'm shocked.
The gift to the back.
Somebody's connection was bad. I guess it was mine. That's a touchdown, bro.
Offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end.
Get up out of here. Get up out of here, bro.
Touchdown, Gator. And they add 6 more.
I ain't joined this league to play.
And how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11.
Okay. Okay. Excuse me.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread
That's all that nigga can do. Throw bombs and scramble.
Playmakers make quick decisions and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
He's going to let one.
Like, look at that, bro. How's that even happen? How's that even happen?
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half.
Sorry, I'm about to go score again.
This offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
He's going to let one fly down the middle.
That shit ain't happening no more, bro. Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
He just can't find his own players. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. They try to get it outside on the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Right, you know what the offense is trying to accomplish. They're trying to run that clock, so we got to find a way to get the stop here, not let them eke out more of the clock as we're going along so we can get the ball back to the offense and get back in this game and maybe try to go win this thing.
Trying to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late now, down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
What happened?
If they can move that thing
you okay?
Yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass.
He's weak. He's weak.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass.
I want to score another touchdown, but it's all good. I'm going to get the field goal.
And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Hawaii came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Honolulu had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's going up top here late in the game. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes.
Tell him get that shit down, bro.
They had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Makes the catch. It's Moncrief. Stumbled to the ground. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Heaves it deep. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I definitely tried to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw in the
It's a good first dub.
turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Looking to scramble. It's complete on the right side. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Alabama.
One more play to pad the stats. On fourth down, going to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
Yes, sir.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of
Good first game.
always talk about having the
He got away with some bullshit, but it's all good.
Had the last lap.
It's amazing how much offense has been just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep
Thank you,
all
baby.
week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us.
All right, man. 1-0 on the season. I think I got South Carolina next week. I think. Yeah, I got South Carolina next week. Start the season with a dub. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll let you.